And we're back. It's as if I never went anywhere. Time to jump to the next sector. What do we want for our fourth sector? A civilian or slug-controlled? I'm leaning toward more civilians. It could be easy prey for our Mantis attack force. Anyway, we got to the new sector, and we were welcomed. Get to the exit beacon and jump to the next sector before the pursuing rebels catch you. Thanks for the reminder. We remember this. Moving right along. We have our exit kind of in the middle, in the bottom middle of the map. There's plenty of real estate up to the north. We can find some shops or other sources of scrap. There are only 2 ships within range, and they seem to be engaged in battle. One of them adds the markings of a space pirate. Do we aid the civilian in order to fight the pirate, or do we stay out of it? I say we fight this pirate. Let's aid the civilian ship. You power up your weapons and engage the pirate ship. Here we go. Looks like a Rockman ship. No problem. It does not have super shields. We'll be able to teleport through right away. Let's send our attack force. Aha, Rockman. But we will mind control this Mantis if possible. Ah, we got the Rockman instead, but we're still at an advantage in this fight. Looks like we're easily taking control. Do need to bring down this rock before we die. They have a lot of hit points, but we're okay. No more life signs detected on the pirate ship. You hasten to contact the civilian ship. A tremendous haul of scrap was discovered. Let's contact this civilian ship. Alright. The ship you saved was badly damaged in the battle. Most of the crew accepts your offer to be dropped off at a nearby station, but one of the crew members actually offers to join our crew. Well, welcome aboard, Teldurin. Apparently he knows weapons. We don't have a weapon master on our ship, but we'd be happy to let this human join. Our sole human in a ship full of strange creatures. Teldurin, welcome aboard. The survivor gets on board the ship. And there he is. What's his job going to be? Well, he will be running weapons. Will is being demoted. Will tried to learn weapons. He gave it a good shot. But he never got as good as Teldurin is. So, Will be simply running the doors. Perhaps not a glorious position, but an important one nonetheless. Let's bring our attack force back and get healed up. Overall, that went very well. Will, you need a new place saved. Save location. Moving to the next beacon. We like the idea of kind of exploring to the north, so we're going to head northeast. Your jump leads to a completely unremarkable binary star system. There's nothing else around. Nothing. Shall we take our extra scrap and invest in enough things to run the drone bay? Yes. There should now be enough power to run a defense drone when we're under attack by more powerful ships. We've discovered 2 stores right after we spent a bunch of scrap. Not usually a great thing to have happen, but there will be time to visit a location that could potentially give us some more scrap. Aha! You find a space station set up for travelers. Browsing through its listings, you find a tavern full of mercenaries for hire. You look for potential crew members. Once again, we run into a bar full of folks. Do we want a fighting engineer, Layla? Not usually a group of people that are known for their fighting. Or we can't afford this Zoltan man, but we're just not going to hire anyone. Thanks, but no thanks. Let's jump to the next beacon. We'll have to visit this store, because one thing we could for sure use is a full load of gas. A transmission from the nearby planet indicates an outpost below which offers supplies to travelers. You send down an away party to check it out. Alright. This time, though, it's looking like we're actually going to buy sensors. It's time that we be able to see the enemy interior. It's going to make invading that much easier. Yes, that cost a lot of our stuff, but it's going to be worth it in the long run. We didn't get to buy everything we want, but at least now we can see the enemy. We are totally broke. 2 scrap to our name. We head to this Nebula unvisited location. The Rebel fleet will pursue us more slowly in the Nebula, but of course we run into our old friend, the automated scout ship. And it's here to warn of our passage, so this is worst case scenario for us, I would say. They're trying to get away in order to inform the enemy armada. What do we do? Let's power the basic... Nope. Let's stay with a bomb. Ideally, we can disrupt their ability to port or their weapons to just buy us a moment. Give us a little bit of time to get out of here. We may have to accept the Rebel fleet bonus. My basic laser will not be enough to get through their one shield. Ooh, we're on auto fire. Kind of a waste of missiles. But at least we shut down their attack. Let them jump. And fleet pursuit will be doubled by 1 jump. So it is certain to have informed the fleet of our position, so we must get to the next sector as soon as possible. We lose a turn, essentially. Let's jump. To the upper right. Alright. A heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the nebula at this beacon. Before you have time to make contact with them, they fade into the nebula. Do we attempt to follow them and help them? Do we keep our position and say that they can handle themselves? Or do we use our teleporter to lock onto their life signs? We are going to go with the third option. Anytime we get something in blue text, it will be an advantage for our ship. And there we go. We beam the Federation crew aboard. 1 gladly joins our crew, and the rest wait to be dropped off at the next station. 42 scrap and a guy named Raffin. What does he do? He's just a rootin' tootin' human who can punch. Well, punching man. We don't have a job for you really in this ship, but you can run the sensors as a glorified security guard. Save his location, Raffin. You will improve our sensors and be ready to help defend the ship versus invaders. Not a bad find. Off to the next location, to the right. We want to make sure we visit this store on the way out of this. But we have to deal with this first. You arrive in the nebula and immediately receive a message from an unknown source. Prepare to be boarded. The static from the nebula, there's no way to tell where they came from, but you hear shots fired on board the ship. It's happening again, folks. Here they are. Cubbin and Liam are going to have to make their way through the halls to save us. Where are they? I think we found them south of the pilot room. We're going to mind control one of these, get him out of the fight. And it's looking like another one of those pathetic two-man invasion forces. Why these guys seem to just randomly jump into our ship, we don't know. But nonetheless, they are easily dispatched. Let's go get healed up. Just taking out the trash, if you will. Back to our saved locations. And it's time to jump. Do we want this store? Yes. If anything, just to buy gas. The ship engineer has set up a small shop. Great, another nondescript shop, like we saw 2 episodes ago. What do we want to get done here? Well, a little bit of hull repair. Our hull was a little nicked up. And we're going to buy out all of their fuel. Just a full gassing up. Nothing else to get here. Moving right along. Ooh, a couple of distress beacons to our right, but I don't believe there would be time to get back. Instead, we're going to go over one to the left, because we should have time to visit multiple places, ideally. Instead, we went directly into a plasma storm and had problems. We find 2 heavily damaged ships floating nearby, the remains of a battle. You begin to harvest some useful debris when you hear the sounds of someone beaming aboard, followed by the shouts of a boarding party. We got a bunch of treasure and intruders. Well, we've dealt with intruders on board numerous times already. I know Raffin's ready to go. Our invasion force is ready to go, so let's fight them. But where are they? We can't see them in the nebula. So let's run through the hallways again. Where could you guys be hiding? Looks like right here. Ooh, it's a bigger invasion force. Let's get one of them. Mind controlled, and send over a couple extra Mantis. Here we go. Everything's under control. I love it when a plan comes together. Now we are to beat the final human. And let's get everybody healed up. Even though we're hanging out in a plasma storm. Plenty of power to get everybody healed. Alright. Looks like we're ready to go to the next beacon. And that's going to have to be the exit, folks. Could we have potentially gotten a few more locations visited in this one? I think so. But we also could have done worse. Off to the final beacon. We've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. Aha! Another ship refueling station is stationed at this beacon. We can purchase fuel here. Do we want to go all in on this cheap gas, spend 12 scrap to get 6 fuel? I think we do. I think it's worth it. That's going to give us 20 gas. That is a rather large tank. Let's buy it. Thank you for your business. Worth it. And, judging by where we are, there's nothing left to do but to go to the next sector for episode 5. Thank you for watching the Gila Monster Chronicles. See you in the next episode.